YouTube. How you guys doing today? I hope you guys are enjoying your day. Well, honey, we got some drama with Beyonce mama child. Let's get into it. So the other day, everybody was all a rage because Beyonce's mama, Tina Knowles, honey, she had the nerve to like a tweet that was from her friend child that was shading Janet Jackson. Okay. I'm like, no, she did. Who she think she is? But anyway, her friend was complaining about Janet Jackson's, not the tickets. People thought she was complaining about Janet Jackson's ticket prices, but no, she was actually complaining about the meet and greet prices, right? So I was like, oh no, she didn't, right? So anyway, folks picked up on it. You know what I mean? And so they started, talking about, basically, how dare Tina know say something about somebody ticket prices, knowing how much Beyonce charged, right? So anyway, honey, evidently her friend didn't appreciate it. So this was she said before. She was like, and you see where Tina Knowles liked it, right? So she said, what a joke. They add $1,000 for a 15-second meet and greet again. I'm saying it like in my mind. This is how she said it, right? She said, no front row for fans unless you want to bend over. Child, no, she didn't. So they could continue to rake in the cash. Well, girl, why you going? Anyway, she said, you want Beyonce's prices, have real production. I'm like, no, she didn't. And then she said, just disgusted. I'm not the only one. Oh, the DMs I'm getting. Child. She said, way to thank your friends for years of support, right? And I'm like, girl, like, what you mean? We all know that Janet Jackson puts on a #1 production, right? So anyway, after Tina Knowles started getting backlash, she got the nerve to come on and see her friend is messy. Let go 68, girl, you real messy. You messy, girl, you messy, right? So anyway, but see, this how you know the Knowles, Beyonce and them been talking behind Janet's back, behind the Jackson family back, but we gonna get to that, right? So anyway, she said after the shade start coming towards Tina Knowles, she got the nerve to type on Instagram, girl. She said, and why do people keep trying to call out my friend Tina for liking my post? People on here making comments agreeing with me, but nobody calls them out. I was like, girl, ain't nobody taking your side. But anyway, she didn't even specify. People assumed at first that she was talking about the tickets, but when you look on Ticketmaster or whatever, you see that Janet's tickets are really reasonably priced, right? They start from $73 to $627. Now we know that Beyonce was charging what, like $1,500 upwards or whatever, right? And it ain't like Janet don't be putting on production, because honey, she be putting on production just the same as Beyonce, right? So I didn't even get what she was talking about. I'm like, girl, what you mean a production? She ain't the only one to do a production. Miss Jackson, if you nasty, do a whole show, right? But anyway, evidently, I'm thinking Beyonce then called her mama, and she was like, mama, you got to make this right. People on the internet going off about us, making like we talking behind Janet back. We talking about it, but they ain't got to know. You know what I mean? So, right. So Tina was like, okay, girl, I'm going to fix it. Right. So Tina Knowles goes to Instagram, and then she's, basically apologizes, right? And she says, I am saddened by this. Janet Jackson is an icon, and I would never question another. Oh, sorry about that, y'all. She said, and I would never child question another artist. I took Destiny's Child to see Janet when they were 15 years old. Child, did you, girl? She said they always look up to her, and she opened doors for Beyonce. Why would I hate on her? Why would you, girl? Why would you, girl? I'm going to tell you why in a minute, right? She said, I know now not to be in a rush and to be very careful. Tina. She said, I learned my lesson in quotation marks She said, especially when I have so much going on, I just wanted to clarify. I do know that you can see people's likes, so I would be pretty dumb to do that. Right. So basically, she's saying, I was just liking my friend's Instagram, post. I really wasn't paying attention to it. I'm assuming she was saying only good things about Janet. I would never disrespect Janet or the Jacksons. They opened doors for Beyonce and all of this and all of that, right? So she got on there, apologized, right? So, honey, but let me tell you. So, years ago, and this is the reason why Beyonce done called her mama in my mind to fix it. Like, mama, what are you doing, right? She was like, girl, it's the truth. And she was like, no, you got to come out and fix it, right? So, anyway, Janet and Miss Beyonce got some history, come to find out. Well, come to find out, years ago, Beyonce, in an article, I think in Elle magazine, made some commentary. I'm assuming the question was, about her family life, right? As compared to the Jacksons, because we know if it wasn't for the Jackson Five, the original boy band, the original family band, right? If it the Jacksons, because of what they did, Michael and Janet and all the Jacksons, even Joe Jackson, if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't have, the groups and the bands, types that we have, like today, like Destiny's Child, and so she did open doors, and she did pave ways, and then we know that when Janet went solo, she was just awesome. Miss Jackson, if it has to, Anyway, right. So this is what Beyonce said years ago. I guess she asked her about her family life, the Janet, or whatever the deal was, right? And so she said this. She says, I grew up upper class. She says private school. My dad had a Jaguar. We're African American, and we work together as a family. So people assume we're like the Jacksons. I'm like, what a shame. She said, but I didn't have parents using me to get out of a bad situation. I'm like, no, you didn't. So basically, you called them poor. You see what I'm saying? You saying they was living in the hood. You saying that Joe Jackson saw his kids had talent, so he used them, to get up out of the hood, out of a bad situation. But it wasn't like it for you, because y'all had money. You went to the private school, your daddy had money, and y'all was upper, y'all was upper class. We wasn't from the hood. We went from the ghetto, and my parents didn't have to use me for money, use me to get out of the hood. Basically, is what she was saying. So after and then let me just say that Janet, before that article came out, and she said some other stuff too, but before that article came out, Janet was always giving Beyonce her flowers. Okay, Janet loved her. She loved her some Beyonce, and all of this and all that, right? But after Janet got wind of the article, she pretty much, shut the door on Beyonce. Now Beyonce then tried to, throw inspirational, messages and give Janet her flowers, when she went back to touring again and all this and all that. But honey, it's been mom's the word from Miss Janet Jackson. She haven't responded to nothing that Beyonce said in regards to her or anything. So it stands to reason that, Beyonce had to fix this up expeditiously, honey, because her mama's adding more fuel to the fire. And we know they still talking stuff, behind their back, because you know how families do. You know what I'm saying? And I also think that Tina knew exactly what it was that she was, that she was liking. And the reason why her friend did that is because they've been talking in the background about Janet and her family. Right? So Tina Knowles always want people to give Beyonce her flowers while she's still here, is what she said a couple of years ago in the award show. What about Janet? How you gonna say Janet? The original icon, the original diva. Honey, before there was a Beyonce, there was a Janet Jackson. Okay? And if I had to pay a couple of $1,000, honey, to go for a meet and greet with Janet Jackson, I won't be complaining about it. Because she don't have to do no meet and greets. Okay, because she is Janet Jackson. But anyway, I just want to let y'all know that there is, in fact, a backstory when it comes to Beyonce's Knowles family, the Knowleses, and the Jacksons. Okay. But anyway, that's all I got. If I find out anything else, I'm gonna let y'all know. But it's been going on for a couple of days. When it comes to the Twitter, formerly known as Twitter and now X, and all of the other internet sites like us T blogs. We're gonna kick up the smoke. We're gonna dig up the dirt. We're gonna find out what was going on. But anyway, child, that's all I got. Thank y'all for listening, honey. Please like, share, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section. Please hit that love. Thanks if you appreciate my comment under this video to show your girl some love. Okay. And when you subscribe to the channel, please hit that notifications bell so that you will be notified the next time I go live. But anyway, let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section. Child, I'm gonna talk to y'all later. Bye bye. Peace.